Welcome to the Geometry Dash podcast. Here we'll be covering everything on Geometry Dash. This is episode 9 of the Geometry Dash podcast, created by MountainKings, DaDasher45, BOBWAZHERE, and verrdant.
Geometry Dash.
Welcome to episode 9 of the Geometry Dash podcast. Today we'll be talking about episodes 7 to 9. These are Jumper, Time Machine, and Cycles. Today we have a special guest, DaMonkey. Hello.
Hey.
I'm also here with BOBWAZHERE.
Hi.
And I will be explaining Jumper, the 7th level. Jumper involves tighter maneuvers as there are a lot of, I wouldn't say memory, but it's harder, especially if you just finish Can Let Go. It uses a lot of the upside down mechanic that you get from Dryout. It takes ship and upside down into making a new difficulty of challenge, but many new players will probably get to figure it out because the first 2 sections of the upside down ship or ship part, players will figure out the upside down ship pretty quickly as there are 2 really empty spots with only spikes across the ceiling and the floor. Jumper was introduced when the game came out in 1.0. It is in light and full version. It is a harder difficulty, but before 1.9 update, it was an insane. Jumper, fun fact, is also the oldest song in Geometry Dash, which was released in 2005 for the game Castle Crashers. It gives you a skull-looking cube when you complete it, and it kind of looks like The Rock. The sequences in the level start with a cube section, which is pretty easy, and it has a lot of pillars where you can just easily maneuver. And then the ship part. The ship part is what I was talking about earlier, the upside down in the ship. And then you got a cube, followed by a ship, and then a cube. What I really think about Jumper is interesting is that it introduces upside down, like how it gives you so much empty space to figure out what upside down really is. So now we're going to move on to BOBWAZHERE with Time Machine. Your turn, BOBWAZHERE.
Okay, so Time Machine is the 8th main level in the game, and it introduces kind of a lot. It introduces a mirror portal, and it introduces backwards ship, backwards cube, and the icon you get from it is kind of like a bunch of mini icons stacked on top of each other. You can also beat in practice mode to get a special color, and that special color is the color white. Before we get to the Monkey Dash, we are going to talk about what the mirror portal does and triple spikes. So the mirror portal is basically self-explanatory. It just mirrors your screen. So instead of going to the right, your icon is moving to the left. So in building, it doesn't flip your screen while you're building, but when you actually play the level, then your screen is flipped. Now, before we go to the Monkey Dash, be ready for the level Cycles, because Time Machine hypes you up with a lot of triple spikes, but this level, well, just let the Monkey Dash explain it.
The mirror portals also have a special animation where it literally flips your screen around. Thank you, BOBWAZHERE, and the Monkey Dash, Cycles.
So Cycles is the 9th main level. It introduces the ball game mode, and it also introduces extremely tight cube gameplay, and it has a lot of triple spikes. For beating Cycles in practice mode, you get a cube where 2 of the corners are white and 2 of the corners are black. And for beating it in normal mode, you get a cube that is kind of like, it resembles a snowflake, if you know what I mean. Cycles introduces extremely hard ball gameplay with fake pads, orbs, and many tight clicks. It also has the infamous ship part, where you flip gravities from up to normal through tight spike pillars. Cycles is a very triple spike filled level, as I quote, and is more than often considered harder than other main levels like X-Step and Toe, which are insanes, even though Cycle is harder.
We will get to X-Step, Clutterfunk, and Toe later in an episode. So yeah, these are episodes 7 to 9, and thanks for listening to the Geometry Dash podcast. We hope you enjoyed. Tune in for the next episode. This is the Geometry Dash podcast, created by MountainKings, the Dasher 45, BOBWAZHERE, and verrdant.